Yeah, welcome to my talk. It's about new tools, teaching IR stuff by virtual training. And the core focus is visualizing radiation exposure. Quick disclaimer, I am employee of the company that developed the system and also co-author of the report on the topic. It was developed in cooperation with the Federal Office for Radiation Protection in Germany. So yeah, I can probably skip these. The main difficulty of training at the moment is that you can't see the radiation that you're exposed to. That usually leads to two extremes. Either people don't care or people are super paranoid, and both are unhealthy. And the Office for Radiation Protection saw that deficit, and we had won the tender to change this, basically, and develop the tool that I'm about to reference as an example for interactive education. So the main goal is always to make radiation visible and to make it interactive and intuitive to use. Basically, you can see here a screenshot from our application. So it's a virtual IR room, like a cath lab. You have a C-arm, you have a patient, you can move around in it freely. I will show you in the live demo shortly. You have the radiation protection equipment as well, and you, most importantly, always get real-time dose feedback on what you do, like the distance between you and the radiation source, your position in the room, the equipment you wear, the settings on the device, and so on. And all of this is also visualized in real time. Just quick to complete this, of course, the Office for Radiation Protection was not the only partner. We had a strong network of partners, which I think is really important, especially because we are software developers, game nerds. We're not radiology experts, so to achieve subject matter proficiency, we had to rely on strong partners, and also took like a crash course on radiation protection to really get into the topic. So just to complete this topic was, of course, a team effort. So I think most of this I will show in the live demo, which now I have more time because I could skip a couple of slides, which is nice. Just quickly, we have lots of different features. You can ask me about that later as well. You can also shoot me an email. I'll have my contact info at the end. Many different protective measures like the aprons and goggles and the hood and under table protection, shields and barriers and all of that. And it's also still evolving. So if you have any suggestions, anything to add to the application, we're always open. And yeah, you can really see the radiation. A quick side note on how the simulation works. Of course, the focus is on the learning goal and the behavior change, so not on actually reliable dosimetry of a room or something. So it's an approximation within a limit. And the underlying concept is ray tracing, and we defined different properties for different surfaces in the room. We have absorption, reflection, and scattering. And of course, distance-based reduction and all of that. And we always spoke with our partners at the Office for Radiation Protection and had data from them, and they tested the application multiple times and made sure that it's at least realistic enough to have the learning goals met. We also validated this with medical staff, which I think is super important, because otherwise you just develop something and nobody uses it at the end, or it doesn't make sense for them. And most of them were really happy with it. These are the numbers on the immersion factors. So was it intuitive? Did I feel like I was in another room? The learning goals were also pretty successful. And one side note with a little bit more text, you can read that at home possibly, just outlining one important thing that we learned during the project, and anyone who wants to try something like that should keep in mind. The best simulation is useless if people can't use it in everyday life. So it has to find its way into everyday training, and by that I mean it has to be easy to use. So in the beginning, we still had to connect the VR headset to a strong gaming PC or laptop. We had to arrange external trackers and all of that. But technology has come very, very far in the last 2 years. So all of these, the current VR systems are strong enough to run the application locally on the headset itself. So you only need the headset, which makes it cheaper, but it also makes it a lot easier and more intuitive to use for the training staff, which is very important. Yeah, I think I can switch to the live demo straight away. Hoping this just works. Let's see. Is this the wrong one? 3, 4? 3, sorry, my bad. Yeah. He told me 3 and I ignored him, I'm sorry. All right. It's going to be a little challenging with the microphone, but we'll manage. All right, so as you can see, I am in the virtual room now, so I see the C-arm in front of me. You can see I have my 2 hands here, and I can interact with the virtual environment as I would with the real one. Let's start by getting our menu in and start the radiation. You can already see that the radiation starts. I can change a couple of parameters if I want to make it more performant. I can change the colors if I have, if I can't distinguish green and blue. All of these settings. We have collimation level, we have different pulse modes and so on that all influences like what the radiation does to me. And then in the measurements tab, I can see the measurements for my different body regions. We also have like a little more simplified version, but I'll stick to the numbers for now. So you can see my current dose. I'm not wearing any protective equipment now. The C-arm is just set to this setting. And now let's keep an eye on my effective dose rate. And if I move forward, it will automatically adjust and start to properly fry me. And then if I move backwards again, it will of course decrease. Standing still, let's take a look at what my aprons do. Move that over here so you can see. And then I can just choose whatever I want to wear. Click, click. Let's keep an eye on this. You can see. Can also grab my hood and my thyroid protection, my glasses. And you can see we reduce the radiation by quite a lot. To take things even further, I can also place different stationary protective measures. So if I go here, I can, for instance, place a wall. And then if I move behind it, it should even further decrease my dose rate. We also have a couple of different interventions, like dummy interventions that you can do, just to have a frame of reference for the individual procedures and to compare different sets of protective equipment in a fixed time frame. So if I choose the angiography, you can see everything happens automatically. I know it's not that easy in real life, but we focus on the radiation here. And then we just go through the intervention, and at the end we get a certain value that we got during this intervention. And now I could, of course, give an attendee the task to do this with equipment, without equipment, standing somewhere else, adjusting settings on the C-arm and so on, and then I will see my values on the wall, so it will really be comparable. There are a lot more features in this, as you can probably guess, but I think that would take too long. So I think I will stop it now. If you have any concrete questions concerning this, I can always go back. So yeah, the take-home messages, as you hopefully saw, that the radiation becomes visible and you are encouraged to actively experiment with this dangerous topic, which you usually can't really experiment with. You're in a safe training environment, nothing can happen to you, and that, in our experience, leads to a high acceptance among medical staff. And yeah, by doing this, we believe we can support a stronger radiation safety culture. Here you can find the link to our website, my email address. So as I said, if you have got any questions on this, reach out. Or I think I don't know what the time is. If we have some time, we can take some questions, if you like.
Yeah, we can leave the slide for you taking pictures. Yeah, questions? Please. You can use the microphone in front of you.
Hi, hello. Oh, I was wondering if you have this application also for nuclear medicine?
For what?
Nuclear medicine also?
Not yet. At the moment, what I showed you is what we have. We also have other, ideas to expand on this, and would be open for research projects or funding ideas. So always open for cooperation. If you got any ideas, reach out.
Of course, you can come to Poland and try it at our facility.
Awesome.
I was wondering if you can also select different beam filtration for the machines, because they are very different in beam filtration. I have not seen, probably you have shown it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think what we currently have is the pulse mode, I think, and the collimation levels. I think that's about what we have.
Because in your machine, beam filtration is very different than in the older one, so it would be interesting. Yeah,
okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Also, if you got any, you can really reach out via email, because some of these features maybe are easy to implement and would benefit everyone already using the system, and we're always happy to adjust this, but it's not an idea that we randomly have because we don't know about these things. So.
I may add this for you. I've been using this in a student class for sustainable science technology, teaching radiation safety. And so these are young guys, and they like that. You can visualize what they can't see. And he couldn't show all the features of the machine. So you can play with the angulation, with the typical arrangement of the system, with the pulse rate, and with the dose, but not with everything a new machine has. But it visualizes what they only know theoretically, and which you never see. And what you see and visualize, you remember a lot better than what you read or someone tells you. Are there other questions? So if someone wants to use this, how can they do that?
Yeah, you can either go to the website, or you can also Google BFS, so German Office for Radiation Protection, and VR. That is usually the first thing that comes up. There is a free version that is the one that we originally created, so you can actually use it free. It's also open source. And if you want a finished product, then you can go to this website. So, and if you have a question which one is suitable for you, you can also just reach out, and I'll probably be able to help you. And also, I think I'm around a little bit, so afterwards you can also come here and test it a little bit if you like, if we have time.